Perfect exposure for faces is simple. So simple, I only need 2 minutes to show you how it's done. Let's get started. Okay, this is a pretty ugly lighting situation, but I've chosen it for a reason. I want it to be a difficult metering situation, right? So we got a lot of bright here, we got shadow and different color here. Let's not worry about the color right now. We're just gonna worry about the metering. First, you'll need one of these. Got some links to it in the comments. There are several different types. This is my new one, and it's now my favorite. Number one, pick where your subject's gonna be. We've done that. We're in an ugly light spot. Once you've established where your subject's gonna be, you take the meter reading facing toward the camera, make sure the dome is out. Make sure the dome is out on your incident meter, right? So what might be a little different for you is you're facing the camera and you're metering the light going toward the camera, just like this, right? We've got our reading on here. What this just did was tell me what light is falling on my face, not the average reading of everything that is here, right? So we are currently set to the exposure this meter told me to use. What I'm going to do now is change it to what the camera wants to do with an average reading. Believe it or not, this is what the camera thinks proper exposure is. I'm looking at the needle, it's dead in the middle. What it's done is it's averaged this highlight and this shadow to come up with medium gray. That does not make my face look well exposed. Next thing to remember is, this is a guideline, not a hard rule. It's gonna put you in the ballpark like everything else in photography. It is supposed to be, or in my estimation, seasoned to taste, right? So if you find this highlight a little too hot, this shadow a little too dark, tweak your exposure. But this guy is gonna get you really darn close. Now let's look at a couple of different ways where I'm gonna move around for different light spots and you're still gonna see my face properly exposed, even though the background's gonna be kind of wacky. Look at this mess. If you thought the light was bad before, check this out. We're totally blown out in the back, but we've decided we want to shoot here. We want to put the subject here. So I'm going to re-meter. I've already adjusted the camera for this setting. It basically said reduce the stop by 1, which is counterintuitive, but the goal is to get the face exposed. That's what this guy does. He gets the face properly exposed. It can't help you with your artistic choices of location though. Okay, we've completely reversed the entire process, right? Instead of being blown out behind me, I'm now against a dark wall. It still works the same way. I meter here, this tells me the exposure, and we still have the same situation. The face being properly exposed, the background, wherever it falls. Now, there's a few things about the image you're looking at right now. Yeah, I could use some fill on this side. Artistically, as I said before, we've got a ways to go here. This isn't an artist, this is a meter. So how you're gonna balance your exposure, how you're gonna shoot your photography is not defined by the meter. This will tell you how to expose the face. Okay guys, you've got it. Any questions? Love to hear them in the comments. Until the next video, cheers.